My name is Vaola Amumpaire. I am the founder of WENA. WENA is located in Kampala, Uganda. First of all, WENA is a Zulu word to mean you. So I came up with the name first, something to mean your something. So when loosely translated, it becomes your hardware. So the inspiration of WENA is stories of Ugandans abroad that travel, go work in different places, usually in the UAE, send money back home to friends and family members to help them buy construction materials and put up a house or a property. Unfortunately, the people that receive this money do not actually go ahead to construct these houses. So I thought of an idea on how these people would be able to build without involving third parties, either friends or family members. And that's how WENA was born. So with just a few construction materials, a few iron sheets, a few bags of cement listed, I was able to talk about it on Facebook. Actually, as soon as I secured a developer, I was able to now start talking about it, even before the site was up and ready. So then I talked to my friends who really looked forward to what I was building. And when finally the website was up, at the time we were only using an e-commerce website, a friend of mine reached out to me and needed a tape measure. The tape measure I had listed, first of all, had the wrong price. The picture was not exactly what I was selling. So it did not speak to what I intended to sell. And that was a lesson, that I do not just get random pictures from Google, list them and put prices. I needed to be sure of what exactly I am selling. Well, he was a friend. It was my first order, though he didn't know. So I delivered the product on a loss, a different product. He was okay with it, he paid. And I went back home now to think about what exactly had just happened. Wrong product, wrong price. So I went back to literally zero because I had to get the right Ugandan products, list them well, know their prices, which put me in a place where I had to find a partner, somebody who is dealing in these products and also be able to explain to me how different all these products were. While still confused and not sure on how to move forward, someone else reached out to me with a list of all their bills of quantities. So these are materials that a builder or an engineer had proposed for him to buy. They had price estimates. So I took the same list that he had given me, printed it out, went and sat at a hardware somewhere. I don't even remember which hardware. So I disguised as a customer and I needed to see all these materials firsthand. So I got to know the real price. So I could write against what was written down in pen of the actual price. And that's how I was able to then, so he would show me the product, I take a picture with my phone, and at the end of the day, I was able to not get all of them, but at least most of the items that I used in construction, at least constructing a house. And that's how I was able to increase my catalog. And when he would show me one option, so I would ask him, are there other options? So I would write down that an option to this is ABCD. That was how I was able to move from the few that I'd started with, which were not even locally available, to now building a Ugandan product catalog. But now my challenge was I didn't understand the products I was selling. So I didn't have how best I could explain to customers. So I had to hire someone else who understood construction and hardware items. And then along the way, I noticed that I couldn't afford them. So this time, about 2 months later, I had 2 people who were full-time besides the developer. So I noticed I couldn't afford them with a few sales that were coming in. So I took a full-time job, where I became a sales and marketing manager. And I was getting my salary and then distributing it amongst the people that were working with me. So it gave me ability to work, but also keep the business going. I have also not mentioned that when I started WENA, I was employed. So I built the business for a few months while still employed. And when the few orders came in, I was excited and knew that this was the time to build WENA. So I let go of the job to concentrate on WENA. But when things got hard, especially after employing the 2 people, that's when I took on now this job to be able to finance, especially the salaries, for about 9 months. Yeah, so since 2018, when we started, later got incorporated in 2019, I can say that growth has really been incredible, both me as a founder and also the business as a whole. We have now grown from just 2 people to a team of 11 full-time employees and other people that we work with on a needs basis. And also we've really grown from the product features alone, from just an e-commerce website to now a construction app. What that means is we have a retail shop and a bulk shop. We also have, we've automated the construction process, so you can now, just using our app, be able to generate bills of quantities in a non-technical way. You just enter your dimensions and you will get to know how many units of what you need. For example, if you want to know how many bricks you need for a certain wall or how many pavers you need for your compound, in just a few clicks and a few inputs, you'll be able to get all these totals. If I was to start all over again, honestly speaking, there are lots of lessons I have picked along the way. And one of the things I would do different is how to build the product itself. Who informs what other feature I should add? Now I know that it is best that I listen to the user and not what I think I should add. So I would now build for a customer and not for myself. So where do the young people start? If you don't have the money to start out, you then position yourself, but you need to understand the space. So you position yourself as a solution provider. If people reach out to you, then you identify a credible service provider. So in that way, you're able to learn the craft, you're able to make some money as you learn and build what you actually want to do. That will help you, get an edge over everyone else that is currently playing in that sector, because you see how they are doing it and then you want to start doing it differently. Differently meaning what they are already offering and you're doing it better.